Good morning. I am Mrs. Duncan at Colonial Trail Elementary School, and this is my second grade class. Today we are going to be doing the next part of our project to wrap up what we've been learning about our American Indian tribes. Are you guys ready to get started? Yeah! Okay. All right, so I can identify facts about the three tribes. I can create a model that shows what life was like for the Powhatan, Lakota, or Pueblo tribes. What is your job today? What are you doing? Rita, what are we doing?
We're identifying the facts about the three tribes. And we're also trying to explain what life was for the Powhatan,
Lakota.
Lakota, and Pueblo tribes.
Yeah, so you guys already know what we've learned facts about them. But your job today is to make that model so that we can teach other people about our three tribes, right? So remember yesterday, this was our ask. Can you and your group work together to create a model of the Powhatan, Lakota, or Pueblo village? Give me a thumbs up if you remember doing that yesterday. Okay, you can put your hands down. Guess what? No one picked the Powhatan tribe, and that's okay. Raise your hand if your group picked Lakota as the tribe that you're going to do. Okay, yeah. Okay, put your hands down. Raise your hand if you picked the Pueblo to do. Yeah, all right, put your hands down. So whichever one you picked, here are the things, Devani, that you have to have in yours. So you have to have a home that of the tribe, but the home has to stand up. Remember, can it be flat on that paper? No. It has to stand up. Remember, you have to have at least one type of transportation. What type of transportation did all of our tribes use? What type? Oh, raise your hand. Thank you. Ishi.
Walking.
They all used walking. Remember, the Powhatan, the Lakota, and the Pueblo all used walking. If I picked Lakota, though, what other type of transportation could they use? Daryl?
Horse.
They could ride horses, right? Or if I picked the Powhatan, I could do canoes. But that has to be somewhere on there. You have to have one type of occupation. What does that word occupation mean? Devani? You want some help? Rehan, what does it mean?
Jobs.
It's a job that they do, right? All of our tribes, what is the job that all of our tribes had? No matter which tribe you were, what was the job that they all had? They all hunted, right? No matter what tribe you're in, they all hunted. Okay, you need at least one land feature. This might be the tricky part. This is where you have to think about, where did the Powhatan live? Where did the Lakota live? And where did the Pueblo live? And you have to have that kind of land. If I draw the Lakota, and that's my tribe, will they have a lot of trees? No, because where did they live?
And the dry land.
They lived on the plains, and in the plains, they had not trees, but who can raise your hand and tell me, what did they have? Not trees, but they had, Aaron?
Grass.
They had tall grasses, right? So I might have that in there. Well, the cactus I'm going to see more in that Pueblo because that's that desert. So that might have that desert on it, okay? And you also need to have labels for each part.
And that's closer to Rio Grande.
It is, you're right, Daryl. So we did our planning yesterday, you did your brainstorm, and you started to design it. I want to give you some tips today before you get started with your group. And, the materials you could use, construction paper, you only get 4 pipe cleaners. You get tissue paper, 8 popsicle sticks, 12 inches of tape, which I already have over here. Is that a lot of tape?
No.
So should you be really thoughtful about how you use it?
Yes.
Yeah. And then you are going to be able to use glue and then any kind of coloring materials. It could be markers, it could be crayons, it could be colored pencils. Okay? All right, so can I show you how I would start before I start building anything? Okay, so let's pretend that this is my paper over here. I'm going to do the Powhatan. So what was one thing that I need to have on my thing? What was one of the things you have to have for your project? Celine.
Long house.
Okay, I would need a longhouse. So before I do anything, I'm gonna look at my whole piece of paper here, and I'm gonna decide where would I put my long house. So I'm gonna say, okay, this part is where I want my house to go. So in pencil, I'm not gonna use pencil though, because you guys won't be able to see it. In pencil, I might say, okay, this is the part of my paper where I'm gonna draw their house. And I would write house. And then that would be where I put their long house. But I also need to have someone doing their job, right? And I'm gonna think, okay, the Powhatan, ooh, I might have farmers. So I might say, if I'm gonna put the house here, over here on this part, this is where I'm gonna put a farm. And I might have my farm and farmer. What kind of plants would I put in here? Do you remember what kind of plants did our Powhatan grow?
3 sisters.
They grew the 3 sisters, Daryl, but who remembers what plants are the 3 sisters? Yassine?
Squash, beans, and corn.
Squash, beans, and corn. So I might draw rows of my plants, okay? And then could I always like use construction paper or tissue paper and put things on there to look like them?
Yeah.
Sure, but I'm designing it first because once you put it on your paper, will you be able to take it off?
No.
It'll be really hard, and I'm only giving your group one big piece of paper. So I'm gonna have my house, the farm and farmer. Over here, I might say, okay, this is where I'm gonna put some trees, and I'm gonna have like a space for that, okay? Before you build, you need to plan out. That's gonna help everyone on your team, in your group, know what they need to work on. Does that make sense? Okay? And then Jessica, you can start saying, okay, Devani, I want you to work on making the long house for our Powhatan tribe. And I'm gonna work on coloring the background. And Celine, you're gonna work on making the farm, okay? But whatever you do, that way you can kind of share. Does that make sense? Okay, ready for our next part? All right, so here are some reminders for you. Everyone in your group needs to help. Say that. Everyone in your group needs to help. You will need to label each part. Something Mrs. Duncan has done for you, because she's so nice, is in your bags, I've put, depending on what tribe you have, I put some labels in here for you. So in your bag, it has those materials that you can start with. If I'm Pueblo, it has walking, farmer, hunter, high flatlands. Do you have to use all those labels?
No.
Could you make your own if you wanted to?
Yeah.
But that way, when I make my long house, I'm gonna label long house on my model. Give me a thumbs up if that makes sense. Okay? You can only use those materials. In everyone's bag, you have brown construction paper, because I thought all the tribes, you could probably use something brown, right? You've got tissue paper, you have your pipe cleaners, and you have your labels. I have more tissue paper, more construction paper over here. I also have, Daryl, 4 bottles of glue. So will you need to share those?
Yes.
Yeah, okay? Your group only needs 1 at a time. If 2 people in your group grab a bottle, isn't enough. You can also use your glue stick. Oh, there's also craft sticks in here down at the bottom. Okay? Now, before we get started, what C's would we need to use today to help us be successful? And how are they going to help us? What's the C that we're going to use today? Ishi.
Communication.
How are we using communication?
By talking where we want stuff.
Talking with your group. Remember, communication is not just talking, but it's also what? Listening. Ishi, go light up communication for us. What else are we going to be using today? And how are we using it? Rita, what are we using today?
Collaborator, because we are all working together on one project.
We are using collaboration because it's not just you doing your own project. You have to work with someone else. Can you go light up collaboration for us? What else are you using today? Adian.
Creative thinking.
Creative thinking. Because right now, does this look like our tribe?
No.
But are we going to make it look like that?
Yes.
All right, Rita, I can help you. What color you want it?
Blue.
Blue? All right. All right. Adian, you can go light it up. Any other C's we're using today? Shalini, how are you being a critical thinker? Okay, you might make mistakes and fix it, do you also have to really understand what your tribe was like? Because if I put a longhouse in the Lakota, is that going to teach people the right thing?
No.
So you can go light up critical thinker. Okay, anything else we're using today? Aaron.
Quality character.
Why? How are you using quality character?
So we're gonna have to listen to other people's ideas and not just your own idea.
Okay, is it hard sometimes to listen to other people's ideas? Yeah. Okay, Aaron, you can go light that up. Bernie,
Global citizen.
how are you being a global citizen?
So, can I like listening and help?
I would say that's more of like the quality character. Global citizen, remember, is when you're doing something to help like other people all around. But if you see a time when we're doing that, could we always go back and light it up?
Yeah.
Sure. All right. If you're wanting Daryl to find what it looks like to help you, do you remember the tool that we've used this year, Britannica Image Quest? Okay, so you can always use that. So I went in Britannica Image Quest this morning, and remember, you can get there through Clever, but if you go in and you type in Pueblo Village, if I'm doing the Pueblo, can I kind of go through the images and see like, oh, here's how their buildings were multi-story. Oh yeah, what did they have between the levels of their house? Ladders. So I might want to include that too, okay? This is just a tool if you want it, but you should not need this until you've made your plan, okay? You can do it for any tribe, no matter what tribe you are, you can find images. But that's just something that you can help. What questions do you have before you go off with your group? Daryl.
So like,
That's okay. All right. Rahith.
so we forgot to finish the brainstorm.
So if you didn't finish the brainstorm, then you might start that with your group, because once you start using the materials, will you be able to go back and like get new ones?
No.
Okay, Stormy, what's your question?
What?
So if you finish before the other people finish, Devani, you can always go and add more into it. But remember, the really important part, is your house going to be flat?
No.
It needs to stand up, okay? Brahati, do you have a question?
Yeah. But we have a new house and it's using clay.
Nope, you're not going to use clay. You're going to make it out of paper or a different material. So even though the Pueblo did make their houses out of those adobe clay bricks, clay isn't one of the materials we're using today. Okay?
Okay.
All right. When you go off, everyone say, design first,
Design first.
build second.
Build second.
Daryl, everyone say, design first,
Design first.
build second.
Build second.
Okay. Did your group get tape yet? No. Okay. No, just your best. This is your tape that you guys can use. Okay. I accidentally ripped it, but it's the right amount. All right. So let's hang your tape up right here. Okay. And you guys start planning where you're gonna put your stuff on the bottom. Okay. You guys will need pencils. Who has a pencil? There should be one on my table. Hang it right here like this. All right. Draw on the bottom where you want your stuff to go. So get a pencil. Go get pencils. Go get pencils. All right. So where's your house gonna go? Okay, so draw like a circle where you want your house to go. What job are you putting on yours?
Let's see.
Okay, where is that gonna go?
Entire thing. I like the birds.
Okay, so put that there. What else do you guys need on there? You need, so what's your transportation?
I like what one day I want to go.
Which one did you guys decide yesterday?
What is this for?
Wait, go ahead. All right, okay, Kushel, where putting your house? Get a pencil. Go get pencils.
What's
you
this?
Need pencils. Okay. Where's your pencil?
That's fabric. So that way get the popsicles. Can I eat them? Because there's no popsicles.
Yeah, you can get your pencil box.
True point. Oh, okay.
All right. Where's your Adobe Playhouse gonna go? Up there? Okay, so let's mark that. Mark where it's gonna go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, what if we check the ones we do want and X the ones we don't? Wait, take off your
Okay, so where are you gonna put the squash bean and corn on here?
So we're gonna in the farm.
Where's
So the farmer will be in the top right corner.
Okay, and your house is gonna be in the middle.
So we're gonna build our house with a popsicle stick, and then we're gonna glue it on and take the paper and like make
Oh, that's a good
and then
plan.
do another one 3 times, like 2 more times, and then we'll put one popsicle stick on the top.
Okay, so who's gonna work on the house and who's gonna work on getting the farm ready?
I'm the house. Okay, do you understand how to do it? Okay, then I'll do the farming, and this Rika will do, wait, what?
2 people could work on the house because that might need like a little help.
I'll work on the house, I'll work on the farm.
Okay, good. Why don't you guys get started on that?
No, I didn't. It's also really hard to do.
All right. So you're doing Lakota, right? So where do you want your teepee to go? Okay. How are you gonna make your teepee? Well, what materials do you have that could look like buffaloes? Okay. Oh yeah, the tissue paper. Tissue paper is kind of thin and flexible. You have to. It's not. You just have to twist it to open it.
Oh my god. But I have 30 minutes.
What's that? Yes.
I get my computer. Get your computer, Mahati. There's no jobs on this.
Why are you guys breaking your sticks? What are they going to be for?
The house.
For the house, and you guys are making a.
Ladder for the house. That's for the
Oh, for the ladder. Okay, cool. Okay. How are you going to stick it together?
Don't break these two.
Look at our anchor chart.
Oh my god.
Pueblo. What's up? Okay, so Ion, where do you want the house to go?
Good job, Greg.
Okay, so start working on that.
Ray,
Okay?
build the ladder. Ready? Where's the wood? With the last one.
Yeah.
Here.
So I kind of like this idea. Could you use the pipe cleaner kind of like they use the rope?
Hold that. Yeah, like that. Yeah, there we go. Then what? We already have the teeth.
Oh, that's a good stand. So how are you going to get that to stand up?
But I know one of this teeth. Wait, we just have to cut it through the horse house.
Can I make a suggestion?
No, stop.
That's all you get is 8. Could you use this like they use the rope? Remember at the top of teepees they put ropes?
Guys, are you sure this is the teepee? Because it looks like a circle.
So you could like then add. I'm Mrs. Duncan. Thanks for watching our lesson today.
Good.